The Occult Beliefs Behind New Age Deception, Part 4, The Law of Polarity. This Hermetic principle claims that opposites like love and hate, light and dark, good and evil, are just degrees of the same energy. But this confuses category with continuum. Not all opposites are on a scale. For example, when you die, you're dead. We can talk about spiritual death and emotional death and things like that, but there's a distinct difference between when your soul is in your body and when it's not. Things like good and evil are not measurable with scientific instruments. That doesn't mean you can't distinguish between good and evil or that there's no objective standard, but these concepts act differently than things like temperature. It's a logical fallacy to assume that shared polarity means shared nature. If evil is just underdeveloped good, then sin doesn't exist, and murder is just misplaced love. Now granted, there's a few women who are blocked on my phone who would strongly agree with that, but let's remember that God separated light and dark. Christianity draws real moral boundaries. Hermeticism attempts to dissolve them into contradiction, and we see this in culture all the time. That's how you get this idea that truth is relative, that men can be women, and that it's not assault if you love the person, even if they're underage. Am I suggesting that occult doctrine has an influence on our politics? Not at all. I would never do that. Who would do that? That's crazy. God bless.